This is Digi-Key's Another Geek Moment Summer Break Edition. Thanks to our friends at Northeast Makers in Minneapolis for letting us use their makerspace for our projects. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Pulse Room tutorial, courtesy of Colin Cunningham and Adafruit. This project is also available on our Maker.io site. For those of you unfamiliar with Maker.io, that is DigiKey's maker page for different projects. I think this project is interesting because it's able to bridge my interest in different medical applications through these unique sensors that I'll get to in just a moment, while also giving me plenty of practice with soldering and programming, which I'll also get to. There were quite a few issues. Let me start first with what to expect with these LEDs. They run through a PWM signal. If you're unfamiliar, that's pulse width modulation, and that has to do with the LED output. So it'll pulse just like your heart, and we're trying to make it look like your heart's beating in your room. This was a lot of new stuff for me. I am not a veteran with soldering by any means. So if you look at the back of the board, probably not the best soldering job that you've seen. Definitely take a few practice rounds if you haven't tried it before. To begin though, this FET works to amplify the millivolt signal that's coming from your sensor, so the LEDs will actually light. They need a stronger signal than what's supplied, so this FET will take care of that. Also here is this terminal block. This board is capable of powering 2 LED strings. I only have one, but you can make 2 of these and have 4 LEDs as Colin does in his video. Moving on, I will talk about the Feather board, the Feather MO, and the Music Maker is what I used in my project. So this top board is the Feather MO. Right here is your micro USB connection that you used for uploading your code, which I will also get to. And then this bottom, which I won't disconnect in this video just because Colin spells it out pretty well. And again, my soldering was definitely a learning curve. All I used on these boards to solder onto the music wing and the MO board were headers. This is not the type of header that I used. Instead, I used this header. What type of header is this? Inline headers. They might have another name, but just choosing which one works best with your project. The connections on the MO board, as you can see, are pretty minimal. That schematic is shown on the project page, again, available on Maker.io. Oh, and again, this has the terminal block as well. This one's 5-pin, the other one was 6-pin. You'll use 3 of these for ground and 2 of these for the PWM signal to send to your LED driver board. You'll need to download the Arduino Ide from the Arduino webpage, and you make sure you download your Arduino driver. Here you can choose what boards you want to include. Remember, you're using the Feather MO board. Now, when I was working with my code, I ran into quite a few compiling issues, which was really good in teaching me not only how to program, but how to troubleshoot. I haven't really had to do that before because my classes walk me through everything, but it was nice to get that troubleshooting experience. Look to the Adafruit and GitHub pages, those were very helpful for me. Another issue that I ran into when I was working with my code was that I overcomplicated it quite a bit. I ended up downloading the Pulse Room code many times unnecessarily, and I think my IDE was a little confused as to which pulse_room.ini file to use because there were about 4. So I had to remove all of those files, re-download the pulse_room file. So I will show you this finished project. You'll notice the LEDs are attached to my driver board. The DC power adapter is also attached. The music wing is attached with this pulse sensor, which will read the changing oxygen levels in your blood. There's a lot of information on this, and I would recommend checking it out because it's pretty fascinating. But if you're not interested in that, there's lots of other components of this project that I would encourage looking into. Again, there's tons of information out there. These LED strips are really nice because if you are installing this in a living room or a room of any shape or size for that matter, you can peel off this 3M tape. It's available with this sticky side, which I will do. And I will stick this, not to itself, but to the table. Guess I can lay it like that. Now that I've explained my project, I can show you how to set it up. Give the Feather M0 some power. Plug in your speaker. This music wing down here has your standard audio connection. Click it in. I've already plugged this into my power down here. And then I will have to open my computer so that my featherboard can be powered. And the red light is on, so it has some power. Next, I need a test subject. Noah, come into my office.
Thank you.
I will connect this to your middle finger.
You're not going to shock me, are you?
Middle finger. No, I'm gonna try not to shock you. We'll see how it goes. We're gonna wait for a steady beat. This red light will beat with your heart, so I can turn the switch on when we have a steady heartbeat, and we'll see not a mess. It'll be nice, hopefully. That's the plan. All right, we'll turn it on. All right, get some sound. Maybe. There we go. Perfect. Remember, all of these boards and project tutorials are available on DigiKey's website through the shop and also on the maker.io project pages. Thanks for listening. I'd say that's about 60 beats per minute.
So I'm not that nervous.
Nah, you're all right.